Welcome back to Wellness Lenses. Today's talk is about a subject that affects a lot of people: depression versus mania. We are going on a journey today to figure out the complicated dance between these two mental states. We will be looking at the highs and lows that make up our emotional landscapes. But before we start, I want to reassure you that learning about depression and mania is not just for school. It's a necessary step towards making society healthier and more understanding. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the differences between these states, but you'll also have gained insights that can help you understand and support people who are going through these difficult times. Picture this: the ride of life is like being on a roller coaster. Depression is when you feel like the weight of the world is on top of you and you're slowly climbing back up. On the other hand, there are times when you're going downhill very quickly, adrenaline pumping through your body. That's mania. Today, we're going to break these experiences down and show how complicated they are. Let's begin with depression. It's not just about feeling sad. It's an emotional wilderness where the dark seems to last longer than the light. This isn't just temporary sadness. Clinical depression is a real illness. Chronic hopelessness, changes in sleep patterns, problems with appetite, and a severe lack of energy are all signs of major depressive disorder. Imagine being on the edge of an abyss and looking into a pitch-black void that seems impossible to cross. An emotional abyss where joy is a distant memory is how depression frequently feels. It's like being stuck in a storm that won't let up, where the rain isn't just water, but a flood of sadness. Persistent sadness is only the tip of the iceberg. Clinical depression is frequently accompanied by feelings of emptiness, a loss of interest in or pleasure from activities once enjoyed, and pervasive feelings of worthlessness. Sleep problems, like sleeping too much or having trouble sleeping, become unwelcome friends. Fatigue shows up out of the blue and makes even the smallest tasks seem like they can't be done. There are breaks in concentration, and making decisions becomes hard. Changes in physical symptoms, like appetite and weight, can make things even more difficult emotionally. Figuring out these signs is like figuring out a secret language. It's the first thing that can be done to help people who are lost in the maze of depression. We'll now move on to the other end of the emotional spectrum, which is mania. Mania is like a gust of wind that lifts you up, while depression is like an anchor that holds you down. Elevated mood, excessive energy, and impulsive behavior are the main characteristics of mania. When it comes to mental health, bipolar disorder is often where depression and mania meet. Getting through the valleys of despair and climbing the peaks of euphoria is like having a passport to two emotional countries. The highs and lows of bipolar disorder create a special emotional landscape, much like a roller coaster. Imagine a tornado of feelings where happiness turns to elation, and the world opens up to a world of endless possibilities. Individuals may feel invincible, unstoppable, and overflowing with creative energy during mania, which is characterized by an elevated mood. Thoughts move faster, making a mental whirlwind that can be both exciting and overwhelming. A mood boost is accompanied by a surge in energy, which causes more activity, restlessness, and a decreased need for sleep. Impulsivity becomes a crucial instrument in the manic orchestra, causing people to do things that might seem risky or reckless in a more composed state. It's like being on a fast train with no brakes. That's what mania is all about. When we're in this state, the normal rules that govern our behavior seem to loosen up, and the world turns into a playground with endless possibilities. But, just like depression, it's not enough to just list behaviors to understand the symptoms. You also need to understand what people are going through underneath the surface. But even though mania may seem like fun, it also has its problems. Burnout, strained relationships, and impulsive decisions with negative repercussions are all potential outcomes of the constant energy. Not having to sleep might seem like a superpower at first, but it can quickly turn into a source of exhaustion that hurts both your mental and physical health. Understanding the signs of mania is like figuring out the language of happiness. When people with bipolar disorder speak this language well, it shows how complicated their emotions are. When we think about the lowest points of depression and the highest points of mania, it's important to remember that these states often happen at the same time in people with bipolar disorder. The way they affect each other creates a changing emotional landscape that needs a nuanced view. So, what's the point in all this? As we wrap up our look at depression and mania, let's stress how important it is to understand in order to change the way we talk about mental health as a whole. Knowledge is more than just power. It's what makes empathy and compassion possible. Because we understand how complicated depression and mania are, we can break down the walls of stigma that surround them. Understanding makes it possible for us to be active allies who help people find their way through the maze of their emotions. A society that knows more about mental health is also better able to fight for more people to know about it and get good care. It creates a space where people feel comfortable talking about their mental health and where they can get help without worrying about being judged. Understanding isn't just something you do for school. It's also something that can help make the world a better place, where mental health is valued and people are seen beyond their diagnoses. Let this knowledge be a lighthouse that guides how we interact with each other, make decisions, and make rules. Because when we understand, we plant the seed for a future that is more caring, open, and mentally healthy. Thanks for coming with me on this journey of learning, caring, and becoming stronger. See you in the next video.